Hi guys, welcome to Brand X Reviews. Today I'm just going to quickly talk about the recent comments that have been made by James Gunn. He's the director of Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. It looks like he's going to be working on a third one anyway, due out in 2019. But his comments anyway are basically saying that they've already started working on the films in Phase 4, at least from a writing point of view, which is quite interesting because the next few films that are coming out, well, let's have a quick look anyway, to be specific. The next films that are coming out specifically, still within Phase 3, are Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, then we have the Avengers Infinity War sequel, I suppose, the untitled one here, and then that's the end of Phase 3, so beginning of Phase 4 we have the untitled Spider-Man Homecoming sequel, and then we have the Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which hasn't even got a release date yet officially, but I imagine that'll be sometime in late 2019. So beyond that, we don't know what's coming out. We have a few kind of whispers here and there of things and a few promises of things, but nothing nailed down. So this is quite interesting that they started writing these because it shows that they've got some sense of direction as to where they're going. I know behind the scenes they've pretty much mapped out the MCU into the late 2020s, but you know there's many things that can go wrong between here and there, so we shall see. But it's quite interesting really if they started writing them, because I think once they kind of nailing things down to that point, we'll start to see things slip into the movies for things to come. We will also hear an announcement at some stage. I imagine it'll be late next year though. One thing that was really cool, it was late 2014 when they announced a lot of the lineup of Phase 3. So that was when they announced the Black Panther movie, the Avengers Infinity War, all that kind of stuff. So it was a really great announcement was that. So I'm hoping we have something like that coming up in the near future. Well, I know we will, but I'm hoping that it's something really nice that they've got in store for us. So what that is, who knows. Now, I was watching a video by Mundane Matt. He's a really good YouTuber, and he was covering the exact same story that I'm doing here. He was making some points about, he kind of anticipates a lot of the films that will be coming out in the Marvel Cinematic Universe will be space-based ones. Now, I feel the same way, to be honest. I mean, I don't think that they're going to go completely cosmic. Every film that they do is going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy set at the arse end of space, or whatever. But I think at least 2/3 of the movies that are coming out will inevitably be set in that kind of part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. A lot of the Earth-based things that they've been doing with your Avengers characters, those of the main characters, the original characters, their sort of contracts might be expiring or they might be demanding too much money. The characters have pretty much come full circle anyway. When you're looking at Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, they've pretty much had their trilogies now. That tends to be the structure with these films. When you have these characters that have their own films, they tend to do them in sets of 3 films. So you had like Iron Man 1, 2 and 3, and then Iron Man just kind of appears in other things, doesn't have any more of his own movies. That tends to be the structure. I mean, they could always break that mould, but I kind of doubt they will, to be honest. A lot of what we're saying here as well hinges on what happens in Infinity War, Avengers Infinity War Part 1. I know it's not called Part 1, Part 2, but I'm still kind of stuck in that mindset. But it depends on what happens there, because from what I understand, a lot of characters are going to get killed off. Whether they are ultimately killed off, only to come back later, because Marvel's pretty notorious for doing that, as much as I love the movies. Nobody really stays dead a lot of the time anyway. But obviously a lot of things hinge on that as well, so if they're killing off a lot of Earth-based characters, it does kind of open things up for kind of move into the more cosmic side of things. And the more cosmic side of things has been very popular as well from what we've seen so far, so I imagine they'll just kind of experiment a bit more, and if it works they'll just carry on with it. So see how Avengers Infinity War and Captain Marvel kind of perform really. So obviously we know as well that they're bringing the Skrulls into the MCU as well, so that again opens the possibilities for doing things in space rather than on Earth. So it just does seem logically speaking, that's where they're going to go with it. I'm sure they're going to stick to things on Earth. I mean, we've still got Black Panther who's just getting started. Doctor Strange has only had one movie. Ant-Man could have a third film, so that'll be years down the line, probably 2021-ish, I think. I imagine that's when that would be. They do tend to come out 3 years apart. So we will see anyway, and whatever else Sony and Spider-Man are doing as well, that's obviously got to be considered. That's generally going to be Earth-based, I imagine. So it's still going to be grounded in a sense that, you're going to see superheroes in New York City, that kind of thing. But it does make you wonder what he's coming in Phase 4. So it's very theoretical at this stage, and as I say, there's many things that can go wrong between now and then. So we might find that some of the cosmic stuff that they do isn't received very well, and the Earth-based stuff tends to be the main kind of cash cow for them. I don't see that happening, to be honest. But who knows? We will see. So, like I say, I'm kind of expecting some stuff to be kind of officially rolled out in terms of an actual movie itinerary, where they'll say what films are coming out and the dates that those films are coming out as well, probably at the back end of next year after Avengers Infinity War comes out. So very exciting times anyway, really, if you're a Marvel fan and if you're a just general fan of the superhero genre, to be honest. Because, when I was a kid, all we had was Tim Burton's Batman and Christopher Reeve's Superman and a few other shitty superhero films dotted around the place. We didn't have the kind of gorge fest that we have right now on really good, not just quantity, but quality superhero movies. So I'm really happy to be enjoying these movies with other people as well, and talking about it publicly with everybody on YouTube, all my 7 viewers that I get. So I'll be following this as it kind of develops anyway, so check back, and for now I'll just leave there and say thank you very much for watching.